Hi, I'm Colin Davidson. Today we're going to have a look at the new Hellraiser high track pop-up range and show you how I fish them and how to get the best out of them. There are 5 different colours and flavour blends in the new Hellraiser range, with 2 more soon to be added. They come in 3 different sizes. You've got 14mm, 12mm and also a 10x14mm dumbbell, which just covers all the presentation possibilities. They're also rolled using the same pop-up mix that the Northern Specials feature, which means that they're absolutely beautifully spongy, needle friendly, very, very buoyant. And each of the Hellraisers has got its own unique combination of attractors, so rather than just being a single flavour, they're very, very carefully put together. So you've got combinations of alcohol-based flavours, essential oils, emulsifiers, sweeteners, all sorts of goodies in there just to make sure that each of those baits is as attractive as it can possibly be. The colours are very, very vivid. They're not going to wash out, which means that carp are going to see them from a long, long way away. And there's also matching booster liquid for each of the pop-ups in the range, and just a little splash, shake it round in your tub, just adds immensely to the draw that you get from your hook bait. So let's have a little look at how we get one of those on the rig and present it in front of a carp. You can use Hellraiser high-vis, high-track pop-ups in all sorts of different ways, and like most of my fishing, I like to keep it fairly simple. They're really, really good used in conjunction with a bottom bait, particularly the 12mm ones. They pair nicely with a sort of 14-15mm bottom bait. It's a really, really nice mouthful, especially when you're fishing over any sort of boilie freebies. It just sort of highlights the hook bait, and quite often it's enough just to bring a few extra bites. Something simple like a combi link material, again, quarter curve hook, a little bit of shrink tube just so it's angled and ends in line with the point. Very simple, very straightforward. It's caught me lots and lots of carp, lots of different venues. The one that I use more when the weather's cold, which is real tip bit fishing, is again very, very similar to the way I fish plastic, the way that I fish anything really that's a little tip bit. It's KD style, okay, short braided hook length, which means the shot is actually on the hair. Very, very short. It's a looped braid rig, so you can pull it back inside a bag. Stick a number 4 shot on there. Again, the smallest of the Hellraisers I think is probably the better one. And all I tend to do is trim it away just so that it balances to the shot. I tend to stick a number 4 on there and just trim the edges away, and then just check that either in a coffee mug or a bucket or a bait box, just so that the pop-up is sitting over the top of the shot. The beauty of it is as soon as that bait is disturbed off bottom, as soon as it's lifted up by a carp, your hook is point down, and you'll find that you nail carp absolutely spot on, middle of the bottom lip 9 times out of 10. Very, very simple, very effective, and the beauty of it is, because the counterbalance shot is on the hair, it means you can then pull a hook back inside a bag or a stick, and that means that you get a really streamlined, tangle-free presentation, and you can fish a pop-up that's visible, really attractive, but you don't have problems with the anchor shot and then trying to thread your sticks, thread your bags and finding that they're sliding or you have to take them off. Absolutely perfect. Doddle to do, so let's tie a bag up and show you how it works. Okay, let's have a little look at an ideal bag filling to use with the new Hellraisers. Okay, water temperature is low, so I want something that's fast breakdown. These Milky Min pellets, absolutely brilliant. They're a compressed pellet, and they just break down to loads of sniff, loads of taste, not a lot of food there. Nice and visible, really, really good start for a sort of cold water bag mix. So for a few of them. The other thing I really like is dried bread flake, which is a bit of a giant in the Moors range that not many people are cottoned onto. You can use this stuff for all sorts. And carp really genuinely respond very strongly to the smell of bread, but because it's not something that's, if you like, kind of synthetic in the way flavours are, people overlook it. Put that in, sort of 50-50, give it a good mix round. The beauty of the bread is that it's also going to absorb liquid for you. So we're going to use just a little bit of the matching booster liquid that goes with the Hellraisers. You don't need a lot of this at all, go easy, all right? So you want the merest suggestion, couple of drops, and then before you know it, your bread flake is going to be drinking a little bit of goodness, and it's going to be soaking up exactly the same attractor combination that's already in your hook bait. Okay, you can already see those Milky Min pellets have started to take on a little bit of a sort of yellowy orange tinge as they're taking the liquid in. Okay, Boilie funnel web, again it's all about a mouthful rather than a meal. Always the same advice from me, and that is fill the centre of your palm, no more. Okay, straighten your funnel web tube. Because it's not a stick, you don't need to bother with the plunger. Make it nice and round, okay, just flies a little bit easier. Knot it tight. Okay, now you've got a perfect little bag to use with your Hellraiser. Once again, because of the presentation I'm using, I can get away with actually putting the bag over the hook. I'll sharpen all my hooks. It doesn't concern me that they're going to get blunted, because as long as you're careful, you can actually draw the hook to sit really neatly, very nicely, actually among the pellets and the little fragments of bread. So just pull the eye in there, make sure that the point is going in and just sitting amongst your feed. And there you've got a very fast breakdown, very high sniff, one carp trap. It's nice and visible, the white's visible from a long way away. You've got all the added attraction from the little booster liquid, very visible hook bait there with the fatal attraction pop-up. Very neat, very tidy, very simple, catch you plenty of carp.